Hey, what's going on? Watch this video here for Wednesday, December 18th. I'm not sure why I have Fate up there. I usually start with Spy, so let's do that. Look at that. Look at how narrow this was. It looks like a little daub of paint, right? Compared to almost any candle go. I mean, there's a couple other, but this is what happens sometimes around the holidays, right? It is just extremely narrow. I actually screenshotted a 60-minute candle chart of Spy. Because get up there, there it is. Because it reminded me of Christmas. That is 60 minutes. That's today's trading. Yeah, green, red, indecision candle, right? Green, red. That's the kind of day it was. It was not a lot of action, and I kind of expect that for all of December. But who knows? You know, you get in front of the screens, and you know you can get a nice setup and something to make some money. So it's up to you. If you decide you want to do something else, there's a lot of stuff to do around the holidays. A lot of family in town for some people. You know, so it's your choice. I don't know. I'm going to be in front of the screens unless I have something else to do in the afternoon or something every day. All right. So what are we watching for tomorrow? PRPO, big volume day, closing way off its highs though, but sometimes the next day you get a red to green. So I'm going to watch that. JBL, nice gap up. Looked like it was going to fill the gap. And next thing you know, closes fairly close to its high. So we're going to watch that one tomorrow. You know what? I'm going to take Fate. I had Fate on the list. I just showed you that chart a little bit ago, but that's on a chart, but it's not a good enough chart for me to make my list. So we just took that off there. MIRM. Anytime you have a stock that moves from 11 to 22 in one day and then gives you a quiet inside day, I don't know if it's going to, if it's going to just fall all day tomorrow, if it's going to open down here at 6, I don't know. But if I get a proper intraday low risk setup, I'll certainly give this one a shot. MAXR had a nice 3-day run, topped out at exactly 13. You know we love whole number inflection points, and today topped out at 12.99. So this one's pretty interesting over 13. If I go out to the weekly chart, when you go to the daily, it looks like, well, it's sitting at new highs for the year or whatever, but you pan out a little bit and you can see that it's really not. And the weekly chart, shows you really how beaten up this stock is. Having said that, on the daily, it's pretty darn strong, right? It's probably sitting at maybe 1-year highs or close to it. So anyway, interesting through 13 if that happens. ASLN, I don't like this. A lot of bag holders from here, right? And it closed at 233 today, but in after hours, I think they had some news because it's trading at 275. So potential gap and go, but probably my least favorite on the list because you still have, look at this day, it traded 15 million shares. And look how underwater everybody is from this day. So you could probably say, why is it on the list? And I really couldn't give you a great answer. I saw it moving in after hours, so I threw it on watch. But it's definitely my least favorite. But anything can happen. OMI has been on bounce watch for a few days, or at least 2 days. And it didn't give me a setup yet. So with, 5 red candles in a row, look to the left, some support here. The 200 days at 474-ish. Also, so if it flushes 5 tomorrow, gets down here, I'll be looking for a nice intraday reversal, but we'll see. It goes back on bounce watch again because no trades in it since I've been watching it for a bounce. EXPR, this one's on bounce watch right in the middle of that buy zone. It flushed 5 today. Really nice move back here. Lower volume on this pullback. I like this for a potential long. Again, a bounce play tomorrow if we get a proper setup. LMPX. Had this crazy look at IPO'd back here. I don't know, like somewhere around $5. Goes to 44 in a week, which is insane. But now you've got 2 red days, and it's eaten into a good chunk of the gains, right? So maybe somewhere around, the 50% retracement. So I like this one for tomorrow for a potential bounce watch. Again, only with a proper intraday setup. I'd love to see a narrow range all day and then a high of day break out of that narrow range in the afternoon. That would be the most powerful setup I can give you. EYEG had this big pop yesterday, then today topped out right around 8. So it's only interesting to me maybe if it gets back above 8. It only traded 53,000 shares today. That's another one that, put that in the camp with, what was that other one? ASLM. I could probably pull both of those off the list and maybe even be more comfortable with my list. But anyway, IRBT. This one is really kind of in, I want to say a tight coil, but it's not that tight because if you hover over these days, 46.37 to 49.54. So some of these days are like $3 in range. It's certainly interesting over 50 though. So I want to keep my eyes on that. A lot of shorts in that name. And then ELOX, maybe over today's high, which was 6.9. So maybe through 7, then you knock down this domino and this domino, maybe test 8. So that one goes back on watch too. How did I not have Workhorse on there? All right, bear with me 1 second. I'll put WKHS. I don't know how I missed that. WKHS I'm putting on long watch too. Nice little attempted breakout today out of this kind of tight coiling tightness and whatever you want to call it. I did make a trade in this one today. This was the intraday 5-minute candles. It hit 310 back here and was coiling up, and we're getting close to the end of the day, so I took this through 310, or actually got filled as it was taking out 310 and sold a chunk at 327. It was a nice little late day trade for me. If it would have closed stronger, I'd like it even more, but I still like the volume and, I don't know, I want to say a fairly strong close, but closing well off of its highs. Absolutely worth watching for a red to green tomorrow. All right, we'll add some gappers to this list as well as everything I've just posted, and I'm going to leave it at that, man. We'll see you all in chat tomorrow. Remember, trade small. It's low volume right now.